Have you ever imagined that you might be receiving signals from another version of yourself, living in a parallel reality? It may sound crazy, but there's a profound connection between your different facets and what you're experiencing right now. Perhaps this other you has discovered something that could completely transform your life here and now. A hint, an insight, a hidden secret just waiting to be revealed. Curious? Then stay with me, because what comes next could change your perception of the world and your own potential. Have you ever imagined there are other versions of you living completely different lives? Think of radio frequencies. Each station represents a distinct reality, and we're only tuned into one of them. But just like you can turn the radio dial, you can also adjust your energetic frequency to align with the version of yourself you wish to be. In quantum physics, this isn't just some wild theory. Scientists have debated for decades the possibility of multiple realities existing simultaneously. Just as a radio captures different stations, we too can tune into different versions of our lives. The difference is that, unlike a radio, we have the power to choose which reality we want to switch to. Imagine each of your thoughts as an adjustment to this dial. Every emotion you feel, every decision you make, is bringing you closer to or further from a version of yourself that might be more or less ideal. So, how do you choose the right frequency? The secret lies in aligning your energy with what you want to experience. Does it sound complicated? Let's simplify. Think of a moment in your life when you felt completely at peace. Perhaps it was during a nature walk, or while listening to your favorite music. In that moment, your frequency was in perfect harmony with your ideal self. The challenge is to learn how to recreate that harmony intentionally and consistently. This is where daily practice comes in. If, for instance, you wish to manifest a more confident version of yourself, start by adjusting your thoughts to reflect confidence. Use positive affirmations like "I am capable of anything I set my mind to." Repeat this several times a day until you feel your frequency has shifted. Now, a practical exercise: whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and imagine you are turning an internal dial. Visualize yourself tuning into a high vibration frequency where you already live the Desi. Imagine how you feel, how you act, and what you think in this new station of your life. It may seem abstract, but think of high-performing athletes who visualize success even before stepping onto the field. They are consciously tuning their frequencies to victory. And if they can do it, so can you. It's all a matter of practice and persistence. Of course, we're not talking about changing reality like flipping TV channels. The transition is gradual, a process of subtle realignment. Small changes in your thoughts, habits, and attitudes create ripples that slowly shift the frequency of your life. And what if you could learn to navigate between these realities as easily as you change a radio station? The key is understanding that each of your emotions is like a radio signal you're emitting. If what you're broadcasting doesn't match what you want to hear, maybe it's time to change the tune. Shifting frequencies is something we all can do. It takes practice, yes, but it's aches. And when we learn to tune into the reality we desire, we open doors to a universe of possibilities. But what if there was a powerful tool to help us maintain this tuning? Let's explore that next. There is an almost magical power in the practice of meditation and visualization. These techniques, beyond providing moments of introspection, help shape the reality around us. When we close our eyes and enter a state of calm, our mind begins to create scenes, to paint mental pictures of what we desire. It is at this moment that visualization becomes a bridge to what we wish to achieve. Visualizing is more than just daydreaming. It is bringing color and life to our deepest desires, filling each detail with emotion and clarity. For example, imagine yourself in your dream job. Feel the energy of the environment, see the people around you, hear the sound of your voice speaking with confidence and determination. This process is a powerful tool that allows us to align with what we aim for. Meditating is, in a way, tuning into an inner station. When we silence the external noise and focus on our breathing, we are adjusting our inner vibration to capture only what is relevant and positive. This practice, when combined with visualization, enhances our focus on what we wish to manifest. Think of meditation as a daily exercise to strengthen the mind. Just like an athlete trains the body, constant practice strengthens the muscle of consciousness, allowing us to remain focused on our intentions. And it is precisely this clarity that keeps us aligned with the results we seek, ensuring we stay true to the chosen path. A useful technique is guided meditation, where a facilitator helps direct our mind toward what we want to create. There are many options available on digital platforms that can be used to reinforce this habit. Additionally, setting aside a few minutes in the morning, before the day begins, for a simple practice of deep breathing can make all the difference. Visualization, on the other hand, needs to be vivid and rich in detail. It is important to bring to mind the colors, sounds, and sensations of the goal we wish to achieve. The more vibrant this image is, the easier it becomes to stay in tune with the frequency of what we desire. Think of your mind as a vast projector. What it displays clearly and consistently tends to materialize. For beginners, anchoring techniques can be helpful, such as associating a mental image with a specific emotion. For example, when imagining a beach house as a symbol of freedom, it is essential to feel that freedom in every breath. This combination of image and emotion creates a deep connection with what we desire. Consistency is also crucial. Establishing a routine, even if brief, of meditation and visualization like before bedtime, for instance helps maintain focus and align the mind with our goals. Thus, each daily practice takes us one step further toward our intentions. Confidence in this process. When we visualize with certainty and believe in achieving our goals, we begin to attract situations and people that help materialize what we want. The secret is to avoid doubt and keep an open mind to the possibilities that arise. Staying focused requires discipline, but also a lighthearted spirit. After all, the journey is just as important as the destination. And what if you could transition between these different realities more easily? In the next point, we will explore how to move intentionally between versions of yourself. Think of flipping through a picture book, where each page represents a different version of the same story. In much the same way, our lives are made up of countless little moments, each one a subtle variation of the last. Shifting between these variations, or realities, isn't much different from turning a page. The key to making these transitions smoothly lies in cultivating a mindful and aware state of being. One fascinating aspect is that every change in reality begins from within. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads. Your choices, thoughts, and emotions act as the hands that turn these pages. The important thing to recognize is that at any moment, you have the ability to rewrite the plot of your own story by aligning yourself with a higher version of who you are. This transition may seem complex, but in practice, it's much simpler than we think. The key is to keep an open and receptive mind to the new possibilities that arise every instant. By paying attention to your thoughts and what sparks more positive feelings, you start to notice subtle signs that a new reality is about to manifest. An effective strategy for facilitating this shift is to develop the habit of asking yourself powerful questions. Ask, what would the version of me who already lives this do? Or what action can I take now to bring myself closer to what I want? These questions redirect focus and create space for new realities to emerge. The environment around you also holds great power. Adjusting the details in your surroundings, like choosing a decor that inspires, colors that uplift, or sounds that calm, creates an atmosphere conducive to transformation. If you desire a more fulfilling life, surrounding yourself with elements that reflect that desire helps guide your mind to the right frequency. Daily practice of visualizing your journey of transition is essential. Picture yourself on a bridge, with your current reality on one side and your desired self on the other. Each step on this bridge represents a small action that brings these two realities closer together. The simple act of imagining this journey already creates new mental connections. Remember that self-awareness is a great ally in this process. Understanding your thought patterns, identifying automatic behaviors, and recognizing recurring emotions are essential for adjusting your trajectory. The more awareness you have about what drives your decisions, the smoother the transition will be between these different versions of yourself. Acceptance is another important aspect. Accepting your current reality as a starting point, without resistance, is the first step toward any change. When there is acceptance, the path opens up to new experiences and opportunities that reflect a higher version of your journey. Keeping an open and flexible mind is crucial. Believing that everything is constantly moving and nothing is fixed, like a river that flows endlessly, allows transitions to happen naturally. When you acknowledge this, moving between realities becomes less of a conscious effort and more of a natural flow. Now, imagine if there was an even more effective way to release old bonds and embrace new possibilities. Next, we'll discover how to let go of limiting beliefs and make room for completely new realities. How often do we find ourselves stuck in ideas that no longer serve us? Many of these ideas function like invisible chains, keeping us tethered to versions of ourselves that no longer match who we truly are. To embrace new experiences, we must learn to release these burdens we carry, letting go of beliefs that limit our growth potential. Letting go is an act of courage. It requires facing our fears, looking deep within ourselves, and questioning everything we hold as an unchangeable truth. It's not about rejecting the past, but recognizing what no longer resonates with our essence and allowing it to leave. In this sense, detachment is liberating. A good starting point is to identify which thoughts or patterns keep repeating themselves, bringing the same unsatisfactory results. Ask yourself, what do I believe to be true about myself that might not be? This questioning is an essential first step to breaking the cycle of thoughts that keep us stuck. If you're unsure where to begin, try observing how you react in moments of conflict or challenge. Often, these automatic reactions are clear clues to where beliefs that need to be released are hiding. When we become aware of how we respond, we can begin to choose new ways to act. Letting go of these patterns also involves practices that promote mental and emotional calm. Dedicating time to moments of quiet reflection, where we can listen to our thoughts and feelings without judging them, allows us to see what internal bonds hold us back. Once we understand where these beliefs come from, it becomes easier to transform them. Another powerful technique is mental reprogramming. Daily positive affirmations that replace limiting thoughts with beliefs that support growth are a practical way to achieve this. Try writing down a list of phrases that express the renewed version of who you want to be. Understanding that every belief has a purpose is important. They often arise to protect us or give meaning to a particular moment in life. The key is to recognize when that purpose no longer makes sense and then allow these ideas to dissolve, creating space for new perspectives. An interesting exercise is to visualize these old beliefs as heavy suitcases you've been carrying for too long. As you decide to let them go, imagine setting each one down and feeling how much lighter your walk becomes. This mental exercise helps create a sense of relief and freedom. The process of letting go is ongoing and often challenging. But with each small change, we feel our own being expand. Letting go of old patterns doesn't mean losing ourselves, it means finding new parts of ourselves that were hidden beneath those layers of belief. By releasing what no longer serves us, we allow new ideas and possibilities to blossom. But what should we do with this newly created space? How about discovering how to use imagination as a powerful tool to build what we truly desire? Let's explore this next. Imagination is one of the most extraordinary resources we have at our disposal. It's like a blank canvas where we can paint any scenario, build any story, without limits or restrictions. In a world where so many things seem beyond our control, the ability to imagine gives us back the power to create and shape our own experiences. It is through imagination that we begin to conceive what could be. Think of yourself as writing the script of your own life. Every detail, every emotion, every situation. The richer and more vivid this mental picture, the greater your ability to attract that reality to yourself. It's as if the universe starts to rearrange the elements around you to align with what you've conceived in your mind. But imagination is not just child's play. It has a solid and deep basis in how our brain operates. Studies show that when we imagine something intensely, the brain doesn't distinguish that experience from a real one. In other words, it starts to act as if that scenario is. That's why imagination plays such a crucial role in creating new opportunities. To use this ability to your advantage, start with small steps. Choose an aspect of your life that you would like to improve or transform. Close your eyes and visualize this aspect in its ideal form. See yourself there, living every detail. The clearer and more emotional this exercise, the more real it becomes to your mind. It's also important to allow your imagination to flow freely, without internal judgments or CRI. Permit yourself to dream big, to think beyond the limitations that daily life imposes. The act of imagining is, in itself, a gesture of freedom and expansion. Over time, you'll notice that this daily practice begins to open doors to new experiences. Some people find inspiration for this exercise in uplifting stories, such as books or movies that showcase journeys of overcoming and achievement. These narratives ignite the flame of imagination and reinforce the belief that anything is possible. From this stimulus, it becomes easier to build your own stories and create the desired scenario. Remember, though, that imagination is just the starting point. It prepares the ground, but you must also act to make what was conceived mentally become real. The combination of a creative mind with practical actions in the real world is what brings tangible results. Regular practice of imagining, as if playing with pieces of a puzzle, helps develop this skill. Set aside moments each day to connect with what you want to build. Make imagination a habit, an exercise as essential as any other. And as you gain confidence in this process, you'll notice that the boundaries that once seemed insurmountable begin to dissolve. Imagination, when used with clarity and intention, is a bridge to new horizons. And what comes next after developing this creative capacity? The next step is learning to maintain this alignment over time. Staying in tune with what we want to achieve requires discipline, but also a sense of ease. When we incorporate daily habits that reinforce our connection to our goals, everything around us seems to flow more smoothly. Creating a routine of positive habits is like planting seeds in fertile soil. They sprout and grow, as long as they receive consistent care. A good starting point is to establish moments of reflection throughout the day. This could be upon waking, taking advantage of the morning stillness, or before bed, revisiting the day's events and setting intentions for the next. These intentional pauses help keep our focus on what truly matters, steering us away from distractions that drain unnecessary energy. Another habit that strengthens alignment is reading inspiring material. Books that challenge our perceptions, that encourage us to think in new ways, are excellent allies. Authors like James Allen, who wrote As a Man Thinketh, offer deep reflections on the power of conscious thought in shaping our daily experiences. Keeping a personal journal is another recommended practice. Writing down feelings, ideas, and progress along the journey helps create clarity about the path we're on. Revisiting these notes periodically allows us to notice patterns, identify improvements, and adjust our direction whenever necessary, keeping us on the right track. Dedicating time to activities that promote self-awareness is also essential. Practices like yoga, which combines physical movement with mindfulness, help cultivate a state of inner peace. Walking outdoors, in the midst of nature, provides moments of connection with the world around us, helping to release tension and find clarity. Creating small rituals throughout the day, such as a mindful breathing practice or taking a moment to listen to uplifting music, are simple ways to maintain balance. These small daily actions, which may seem insignificant at first, have a big impact over time when added up and repeated. Cultivating healthy relationships is equally important. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and share similar values creates a positive environment, reinforcing the state of alignment. When we interact with people who resonate at a similar frequency, the exchange of ideas and energies strengthens our own alignment. Allowing yourself moments of leisure and rest is also part of this balance. Sometimes, the best way to stay aligned is simply to slow down, disconnect from responsibilities for a brief period, and let the mind recharge. This rest renews our strength and energizes both body and mind to continue on the path. And, of course, it is essential to maintain a constant state of gratitude. Recognizing and appreciating the good things that already exist in our lives creates a solid foundation for building. Gratitude acts like a magnet, attracting even more reasons to feel thankful. Staying aligned with our desires requires a constant balance between action and reflection, between movement and rest. But how do we develop the confidence needed to sustain this journey? Next, we'll explore the importance of certainty in the process of transformation. Confidence is the foundation of any meaningful change. Without a strong belief in our ability to transform circumstances, any effort is likely to lose momentum. Being certain about what you want and the possibility of achieving it is the fuel that drives personal growth and continuous development. This confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. It is cultivated over time, through small steps that build a solid base. Every choice made in the direction of what we truly desire reinforces our inner sea. Small daily victories help establish this security, turning every doubt into an opportunity for reaffirmation. To strengthen this certainty, it's important to remember times when you have overcome obstacles. We all have stories of triumph, moments when we thought something was impossible, yet we succeeded. Revisiting these memories creates a feeling of confidence, a reminder that we are capable of achieving more than we imagine. Practicing positive affirmations is also a powerful tool for nurture. Repeating phrases that reinforce the idea that we are capable, deserving of the best, and on the right path helps shape our mindset. Affirmations like "I am worthy of everything I desire" or "I trust my journey" are simple yet effective examples. Moreover, maintaining a constructive inner dialogue is crucial. Replacing self-critical thoughts with empowering questions makes all the difference. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift to "What can I learn from this situation?" Or "How can I use this experience to my advantage?" This kind of questioning reinforces the certainty that everything is happening for your benefit. For many, this certainty is also strengthened by adopting daily rituals that create a sense of purpose. Activities like planning your day, setting clear goals, and reflecting on objectives help keep the mind focused on what truly matters. A sense of direction is fundamental for confidence to remain unwavering. It's also important to embrace the unk. Understanding that we won't always have all the answers, but trusting that we are equipped to handle whatever comes our way is key. Certainty doesn't mean knowing exactly what will happen, but having confidence that, no matter what, we will be able to face it. Allowing yourself to celebrate the small achievements along the way is another way to reinforce this certainty. Every step taken, every challenge overcome, deserves recognition. This constant celebration reminds us of the progress made, feeding the state of certainty needed to keep moving forward. Ultimately, maintaining this confidence is a continuous practice, a daily exercise in reaffirmation. And it's precisely this certainty that allows transformation to happen naturally and consistently. Now that we understand the importance of believing in our potential, let's explore how all of this connects to the next step. So, what will you do with all this new understanding? Are you ready to challenge your own beliefs and take the first step toward the reality you truly desire? How about starting right now by putting everything you've learned into practice? Imagine how your life would be if you dared to believe more in yourself. Do you want to continue on this journey of discovery? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any content that can help you evolve even more. If you thought the visualization techniques we explored today were powerful, just wait until you discover what else this practice can do for you. In the next video, we dive deep into creative methods that will transform how you see the world and manifest your desires. Get ready to expand your horizons and never want to stop using creative visualization. Don't miss it.